Some of it is to try to keep them from not getting a rhythm. They're a really good offensive team. Last year we beat them here, and we played 27 possessions in zone, and so it was really effective for us. And so, when they were scoring against our man, we wanted to, switch it up a little bit. We got a little momentum. They went back to man. I think they scored like 3 straight times in a row, just driving it right by us. So obviously we wanted to make a change and try to see if we could get a stop in the zone again.
What are you using your timeouts for? What's being discussed? Is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of simple things like execution things that we practice a lot. And, we just weren't executing as well as what we wanted to. And so to answer your question, there's strategic stuff in there, and then there's motivation stuff in there. Obviously to play harder, to play tougher, to fight together, to stay together. We're going to make shots, to give them confidence in the huddles too.
But do you find in these games lately it's more let's scrap what we're doing, let's do something different, or is it more just reminders of what the game plan is that they're
No, a lot is reminders of what we practice. It's just simple things. And unfortunately, I can't create any drills or anything in practice that equals experience. And so a lot of the times, we do it well in practice, and you get into the game, and it's usually, underclassmen that just don't make the simple play in practice. And so, again, if you have a good drill that I can create experience in practice, please pass it on to me.
Past couple of years, you've sort of mid-season settled into an offensive approach that worked. Are you still looking for one right now, or you feel good with what you're doing?
Simi's a very unique player, and he, early in the year he was scoring from a variety of positions on the floor. Right now, there's a lot of length in our league, and obviously you scout a lot, so they're taking away, a lot of individual things at the end of the day from our guys. And at the end of the day, I got a freshman here and I got a sophomore here, and we're relying on them to make plays for 40 minutes to help us win the game. And we're a young team, and he's getting invaluable experience. He's getting unbelievable experience, and as they mature and get older, they're going to make more and more plays, I think, for our whole team.
Bryce, did you think the effort was okay tonight? Did you see effort lacking?
We just talked about that with our staff, and because every time out we were like, we're not quitting. Our goal was when we were 18, we were like, hey, we're not losing by this many. We have to come back. We're fighting the whole way. And I think our guys played hard. I think their quickness and their speed. When we were playing hard, and they just drove right around us. It does get to be deflating at times. And so I don't want to say we didn't play hard. They were just a lot faster, a lot of positions than us tonight.
18-2 on points off turnovers. Was there a lack of focus element on there between giving up the turnover, maybe failing to defend on the other end?
Some of those were just careless mistakes, and then some were careless mistakes of guys not to get back on defense. And again, go back to Adam and the timeouts. That's the stuff you review. That's the stuff you talk over on a continual basis. And as a coach, I'm not going to quit talking X and O's and execution to them until we can get it right. So we'll keep going over and over again until we can pick it up and be more successful at it.
So you didn't even have any points until the last 5 minutes of the game. What was specifically so difficult for him tonight going up against this team?
He had 2 point-blank layups to start the game and missed them both. So, sometimes, the ball just doesn't bounce your way for him. It did not go his way, in the first half. But at the end of the day, he's a very good player, and he's going to come back and he's going to make those shots later on.
When you're such a young team and you're getting the open looks, but you're not hitting them, what can that do to the confidence of a team that hasn't had a lot of experience to kind of say, eventually they'll kind of come around?
Yeah, there's nothing that breeds more confidence than seeing the ball go through the hole. So even if you have an open shot or you make a great move and you miss a layup, there's no greater thing that builds confidence than it going through the hole. So, we'll be back at it Monday, and we'll see the ball go through the hole. We'll go through free throws. We'll see it go through the basket. And hopefully, again, especially the free throw, and hopefully we're going to eventually start shooting better.
Bryce,
Yeah.
What's your thought on the players-only meeting in general? Do you feel like it was the right time for that? And do you feel like anything good came out of it?
Yeah, there's been, one of the things we just talked about is how disappointed, from our practices, how we execute the practice, and we get in the game, we don't execute as well in the game, and that's why I'm looking for that drill, that we can create experience in practice. But, to answer your question, there's been that meeting, there's been other meetings, and again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to lay the bottom for these guys of non-negotiables, of things that we want our program to be as we move forward. And again, that's why you saw certain people start the second half that didn't start the game. And we're going to build that bottom. And so that bottom, at least we know that bottom's not going to fall out. We might miss shots, do not miss free throws, but the bottom of what we're building here will not fall out. And that was a big thing of who we started in the second half.
You mentioned youth. You've got Tennessee coming in, a really, really experienced team, not just good, but really experienced. Do you hope maybe the rivalry element maybe pushes your team along a little bit in that game?
You know what, I think they're competitors, and I think just losing tonight should be enough motivation to get out and play. You know, obviously, Tennessee's best team they've had in 15 years or so. And so it'll be a big challenge for us, and you know, I'm more concerned about us than Tennessee, and especially with our young guys, making sure mentally, because again, they're not used to losing, to making sure that we're handling it the right way, and we continue to move this thing forward for the rest of the season.
Bryce, you won a lot of games about praising consistently. What do you draw on as a coach, as a coaching staff, when you hit a patch like this that you may not have hit before?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, again, laying the bottom in that, hey, this is our program. You know, we're building these non-negotiables, you know, as we move forward. And then it's just hard work. You know, in our league right now, unless you got lottery picks or you're old, you're not winning. It's just that simple. You know, there's so much talent in this league is so good. So for us, you know, again, I got a freshman and sophomore up here. They're going to be really good players, and we're going to be good. It's just going to be creating that experience and getting in those moments that they're going to be successful.
All right.